My name is Sarah, and I am 27 years old. I was born in a quiet, picturesque town where everyone knew each other. My childhood was simple yet beautiful, filled with laughter, warmth, and the love of my family. I come from a family of 5, my parents, my 2 younger siblings, and me. Growing up, I was always the responsible one, the protector of my siblings, the dreamer with big ambitions. My father was a disciplined yet loving man, who worked tirelessly to provide for us. He had a stern exterior but a heart of gold, always teaching us the importance of honesty, hard work, and perseverance. My mother, on the other hand, was the epitome of kindness and compassion. She showered us with love and instilled in me a sense of empathy and strength. Despite the warmth of my family, I had always felt like something was missing, a connection, a love that would make my heart race and my soul feel complete. Little did I know that love would come into my life in the most unexpected way. It all began when I was 22, young and full of dreams, navigating my way through life with an open heart. I had just started my first job in the city, a new chapter filled with excitement and challenges. And that was when I met Ethan. Ethan was unlike anyone I had ever known. He was charismatic, kind-hearted, and had a way of making the world seem brighter. We met at a coffee shop on a rainy afternoon. I remember the moment vividly. He had offered me his umbrella when he saw me, struggling in the rain, and from that moment, something between us clicked. ... We started talking, and our conversations flowed effortlessly, as if we had known each other for lifetimes. There was an undeniable spark, a connection so strong that it was impossible to ignore. As the days passed, we found ourselves drawn to each other. We spent countless hours talking about our dreams, fears, and everything in between. He became my safe haven, the person I could confide in without fear of judgment. He made me laugh when I felt like crying, and his presence alone was enough to calm the storms within me. It wasn't long before we realized that what we had was something rare, something worth holding on to. Falling in love with Ethan was both beautiful and terrifying. Our love was intense, filled with passion, laughter, and moments of pure happiness. But it wasn't without its challenges. There were sacrifices to be made, obstacles to overcome. My family, especially my father, was hesitant about our relationship. He wanted the best for me and feared that Ethan, who was still figuring out his own path, might not be the right choice. But love is stubborn. It refuses to be dictated by logic or fear. Ethan and I fought for our love. We proved to everyone that what we had was real, that we were willing to endure anything for each other. We stood by each other through hardships, through moments of doubt and uncertainty. There were nights when I cried, torn between my love for Ethan and my duty to my family. But in the end, love won. My mother, seeing the way Ethan looked at me, how he cherished me, finally convinced my father to give us his blessing. The moments we shared were magical. Late-night walks under the city lights, whispered dreams under the stars, the way his fingers intertwined with mine, making me feel like I belonged. Our love was made of stolen kisses in the rain, surprise love letters, and promises of forever. Every second with him was a memory etched into my soul, a reminder of what it truly meant to love and be loved. But love, as beautiful as it is never easy. We had our share of trials, misunderstandings, distance, and fears of the future. There were moments of pain, of heartbreak, where we questioned if we were strong enough to survive it all. But true love is resilient. It withstands storms, fights through the darkness, and finds its way back to the light. And that's exactly what we did. We chose each other, again and again, despite the ODDS. Now, looking back, I realize that first love is not just about the beginning, it's about the journey, the lessons, and the growth it brings. Ethan was my first love, my greatest lesson, and the most beautiful chapter of my life. And no matter where life takes us, the love we shared will always be a part of me, woven into the very fabric of my soul. Looking back, I realize that love is not about perfection, about understanding, patience, and sacrifice. It's about finding someone who sees your flaws and still chooses to love you unconditionally. Ethan was that person for me. Through every challenge, every moment of doubt, he proved that love is worth fighting for. As I sit here now, reminiscing about our journey, I feel grateful. Grateful for every moment, every lesson, every tear, and every smile. Love is not a fairy tale, but it is the most beautiful story you'll ever write. And ours is my favorite. Love has a way of transforming us, of making us better versions of ourselves. Through my love for Ethan, I learned the true meaning of patience, of resilience, of unwavering commitment. It taught me that true love is not just about passion, but about standing by someone's side through every storm, holding on even when the winds of life try to pull you apart. In loving Ethan, I found a love that wasn't perfect, but it was real. And that made all the difference. Looking back, I realized that love is not just about the happiness it brings, but also about the struggles that shape it. It's in the sacrifices, the compromises, and the willingness to fight for what you truly believe in. Every moment we spent together was a lesson, a reminder that love is not just about the easy days, but about sticking together through the difficult ones. And that is what makes love beautiful. Now, as I reflect on my journey, I understand that love is not about finding the perfect person, but about finding someone whose imperfections align with yours, someone who makes the hardships worth it. Love is about choosing to stay, choosing to fight, choosing to grow together. And when you find that kind of love, you hold on to it with everything you have. I am sure that you have improved your English skills by listening to this story. And I hope you take away the lesson that true love is not without struggle, but it is always worth it. Thank you for being a part of this journey.